J.C. Jackson, who's really putting up incredible numbers all season. 11 interceptions so far. It's the Desperados and the Jags under the lights on Monday night.
Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Tonight we reach the unofficial midway point of the season with a good Monday night battle between our visitors and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for Mexico City, our visitors, they can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start, but I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
Lawrence looking to pass on the first play, and that is incomplete. Intended target on that one, Russell Gage, and that'll bring up second down. And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready.
And right away, he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the football back for a touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Point after try forthcoming. And it's good to make it 7-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taking it about the 1. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Good footwork at the 30. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right up on the first down toward the middle of the field for a big gain and a first down.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And some room to maneuver. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the... Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum of the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. He'll get this off to Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
He finds his man, complete. That's Leonard. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Back to throw here. Oh, able to avoid him. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Second and 1. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up first and goal. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner. And that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Here's Taylor again. But he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. First and goal, no gain. Second and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball third time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson. His 5th touchdown now on on the year. And the Desperados go up by 2 touchdowns. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down, Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Lawrence. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is, and if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off, because in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And they'll send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now Lawrence. Got him in. It's Brown. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. On second down, a run with Etienne. Gets past one man. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Opposite. Lock it. Alert.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The end result, 21 yards.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They go play action with Lawrence. He's going deep for Brown. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A.J. Brown halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had to quote it back to us, well, you know something, when you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your turkey ball games, isn't it? Just go
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Steps away under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On to the second quarter, Mexico City in possession. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now Lawrence. Flushed, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. ETN up the middle. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long. 3rd and 15 to be exact. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll drop the throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
We talk about coverage, the defender running with the receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Carter, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. And his kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll look to ETN to start things out. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, you know, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Here we go.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the option to give to Taylor here. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out. That's a pickup of 6 and good enough to lead the Jags.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. They'll look to throw here. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. This will be caught just inside the 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hit it. Instead, it's a one-time collision to jar that one free.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. Touchdown! From 3 yards out, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. To try here for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Now Lawrence.
And his throw is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his big tight end here. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Second and 1. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. 2 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL.
We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Deshaun Watson, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. From there, we're off to check out another game, and it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Justin Fields, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. David Montgomery, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. From the 6. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Escaping the press. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Full run show Fatukasi, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And on now is the punter, as he's on here to punt it away. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 21.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And the Jagsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Jacksonville set to go again offensively. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Lawrence buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul, but the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here. Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Looking to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now, right where this setup down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Flushed out, and he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Full run show Fatukasi. Able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
They bring their punter out there now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And now out come the Jags. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Now the try here for the point after. And that stretches the lead to 27. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting at him?
Well, that's the third interception for Lawrence.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Second and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Taylor is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try again, but he will go backwards as he stopped for a loss.
A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Here comes the Jag.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Another tote for Etienne.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. Downfield throw tip, but he still got it. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. From the shotgun, Lawrence.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Lawrence.
And his throw here's incomplete. The Jaguars on third down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And this is caught. It's Brown.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
And completes it to Kirk over the middle.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. A give running right, Etienne.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On third down, here's Etienne.
And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down.
But a good play is made on defense. Oftentimes, leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned. All the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
The fullback wide, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6, he got about 5. 4th down. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now Lawrence on first down.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Second and 10 now. It's Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
With this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
Check pink. Check white.
From the gun, it's Taylor. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Josh Allen able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Again, it's Lawrence being chased out left. And now here is another interception. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And this is picked up by the defense. 30, 10, 5, and he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Check. Hands.
Here's Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Second down, another run with Taylor. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for our visitors,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.